Grass! Woo! Give me old car. Na, there's no old car. There's no old car, it's just grass. Let's join the voice chat. Yo!
Hallo!
It's clever from you to join again so quickly after the last time. It was very unlikely there will be ice again.
Yeah, that's what I hoped.
Okay, Chris left again somehow.
I had to rejoin again. I think my microphone didn't work properly. That should be fine now.
So now it's fine, definitely. It also felt fine before.
Yeah, it switched to my wrong microphone before. Slow grass map, interesting.
Ja. I have to check some cuts possibilities. Okay, there's GPS. Interesting. I mean, he blocked the start cut just by activating the GPS. The question is, where exactly is that GPS This is, yeah, it's kind of everywhere. It's kind of everywhere. I think he blocked it with Meteor Tracker, which is never the perfect block of a cut.
Yeah.
Because he could exploit it a bit. Yeah, you cannot. There's one more part where I thought there is maybe a chance. Also when you have to go down into the bottom grass. But I'm not completely sure there. There's a chance for that other one. A bit stupid. And I'm behind, I'm going for it. He will jump out directly to the right at a checkpoint through a fence.
Okay.
To the bottom grass.
I think I know where you mean. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but the fence is quite solid. But I didn't lose much when I adjusted it. There is some potential.
Ah! Yes. Elcon at first is not that sus. No matter if he used cut or not. His lead is a bit too small maybe. Toll. I crashed the finish jump now. I mean, I think it wasn't good enough anyway. It would have been good to have it in.
That's quite tricky to get a very clean run here.
Yeah, you would think it should be not that tricky because it's so slow. But yeah, it's a map for the zoomers again. I'm so dumb. The cut is faster. I got it faster now at least. And then I was too fast for the next uphill and jumped off. Now only 3 minutes left.
How much faster is it?
Also, I didn't get into a checkpoint, no? Or no, wait, there was a checkpoint. I feel like it is 3/4.
Oh, that's quite a lot.
Come on, why did I not use this now? Yeah, also I got it there faster, but it's not easy to get it always faster. It's still such a fence cut and I don't like them. I hunted a map lately with a fence cut as well. Okay, it's time to log in. Okay. I got into the one without cut. Good decision now this time for me. That I didn't go for the cut there. It is very difficult to hit that cut good enough. But But now that Elcon has a .3, I wouldn't... Also it could be that he did it now, I don't know. Yeah, no, he has an 08.
Yeah,
now he has an 08. Now he definitely did it.
It was super close qualifying as well.
Yeah, in the later diffs they are probably very close together, but if one, thanks to Elcon, has of course a very huge gap again. So let's check his lines. Yeah, he goes over the first edge and nothing happens to him, of course.
Yeah. Ah, through that gap. Okay, okay. And then no slide. I don't know if I can do that cut. He just had a clean cut and also clean run.
Yeah, the cut is nothing for round, sadly. Also, I'm pretty sure you cannot really do that consistent. There is a random factor with that fence, and it is also very precise to hit it. That, like, you have to be really close to the checkpoint post, and you have to be, of course, full speed, and it's very tight to get through this tight section there. Oh yeah. I think that my cut was even better than his. The one time that I didn't clip. Elcon, are you listening, by the way, when you usually in Granati stream? Did you find a cut because we were talking about it? Elcon Type 1, yeah. Alright. Let's go. Of course, the greatest song ever now in the playlist running. Knutschfleck from Ixi. It's a neue Deutsche Welle song from the 80s. Mach mir doch kein Knutschfleck, alles nur kein Knutschfleck.
I don't think that I know that song.
Who is this guy in second place again? He was also in the seeding in second, or very far up at least. Again, such a super weird nickname, probably changed from someone. Ah, nice. Okay, let's go, knockout.
Are you going for the cut?
Of course not. Like, no. I was mega inconsistent with it. I only got it one single time faster. Most of the times I'm not precise enough to hit that gap, and I just full plant into the fence where it's obvious that you cannot get through. But if I would make it into the final, I would go for it. And already tell now, if I'm in the final, I go for it.
See that?
The problem is, I doubt that I get into the final on this map. Even though second place in the first round, I think this is really bad for Div1. Second place only drew for point 91. That is not even that far away from my PB. Richlig, he's stuck there. Oh, we need a title change, guys, I think. Don't we? We have a mod.
'85 winning time. Okay, okay. Div 2 seems to be fast as well.
Oh, thanks, Volto. I think that there are many people that try out the cut now in the first rounds, and they all get knocked out because of that, because it just doesn't work that well.
Close to the end, there is a bump on the inside. If you go to the left, it's super annoying because it's kind of on the line that you want to take.
So sometimes it's only one driver and if one surviving with a good time. And then huge gap, as a second place again, even now only a 0.89. It's interesting. Narlax surviving with plus 5 seconds, okay. Interesting Div 1 gameplay right here. Don't know why, but the streamer mode is not automatically activated right now in Discord. I have to check the settings.
I watched your stream a few minutes before I come off the day, and I always heard those pings. That was super annoying.
And I'm getting a lot of pings because I'm in so many Discord servers. I mean, usually I start Discord and it's automatically in a streamer mode. Oh shit. I forgot where to go and almost lost a lot of time. Heath is out, nice. The tester, someone wrote that nobody went for the cut. Somebody that is already out. I think people that went for the cut, they are already eliminated. Or don't do it anymore. Oh my god, that was so bad. Yeah, you see in the in-game chat, there's someone else also happy about trophies. My mother got it. Okay. Okay, this was the first close round in Div 1. And Lingo and Narlax are knocked out here. I drove a 0.3 and I needed a 0.3 because a 0.4 was out.
3 is basically top 2 in Div 2.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, last round, definitely.
I'm confused, because it feels like I'm driving shit on that map, but maybe it's just the map that everyone has the feeling he drives bad on it, I don't know. But it feels like I really drive not great, but it's good enough for surprising positions. Now I'm definitely not driving good. I crashed. Was thinking about going for the cut. Ah, it looks bad. Ah, it looks bad. Yeah, you needed that time again, and with my touch. Probably the cut was the only chance. But I was always wondering with this uphill turn what to do, to be honest. Because you can go very early to the outside and take it super smooth, but you can also actually go pretty inside and let your car get outside then at some point during the turn. Let's see how many people do it, but I guess there's nobody, because I didn't overtake anyone. But still, I would have thought that times like these 0.3s, 0.4s would much earlier already be in trouble. But it only started now, and you still survive with 0.3 the last 2 runs. And nobody went. Berend went. Berend went and comes back here. He's in the fight now. Haha. This is how I expected the rounds to look like. Oh my god, Kanchika. And Berend is through. Look at that, exactly 4 people crashed. And we have a top 70 round, but Berend drove also a decent time now. All eyes on Berend. One guy slowed down in the start already. I think Berend has to go for it. Ah, he goes the safer way. Oh, the safer way is also still good. He's back in the fight again. But he still has to pray that the fence is not giving him acceleration penalty. He ends up on orange again. Crazy. He still needs to pray that this fence doesn't give him an acceleration penalty, or that he gets a bit stuck under the fence, because that can easily happen. No matter where you go through it. Of course, it's a little bit easier where he tried to go through now. Let's take the pre-camera. Now, when you go through this, you have a bit more space. But obviously, you have to oversteer on this crest and a lot. Obviously, it's better to go right there through it. Ideally. The people coming. I see Berend's nickname in the back again. I think he got slowed down, yeah. This is the issue, you see. And on such an easy map, it's ripped for him then. And this is the part that you cannot control. Oh, this is close, however. Yeah, it's the same time. Yeah, same time for Dipper and Gari, cool. Holy shit. At point 24. Morning Mario's out. Let's check Dipper. But the pace is really not that incredible here in Div 1. Because you have to know my 0.7... Oh, Dipper tries it. That didn't work. My 0.17 was also only in position 51st, 52nd in the seeding. So not really good. And still, like we had a 24 going out. But here TNT survives with a 34. Birdie is also still slower than my seeding. And my seeding was just barely Div 1. And I would have thought that people try faster here. It seems to be very low level actually at this time. But I also felt low level on this track, like I also couldn't really use it. But I feel like it was definitely possible to use it. Like I'm pretty sure I could have improved my seeding time also still by a lot. Like also without cut. So we have 2 knockouts this round. It's a very exciting one.
Out.
Hmm?
I think I could have won Div 2. I had a good pace now, but went out in 7th. No, 6th. We're top 5 now already.
Because it's such low level comparison, I mean now it's getting better. This is a 0.13 on orange, but we still have 2 bad rounds in red. I mean Flyer had an early mistake, then he drove good, but it's still a 0.3. I have the feeling that Down is making it. Which is of course not optimal. For Birdie it would be the first win if he makes it. He gets this left turn very nicely, similar to Elcon in his seeding world record. I mean this is how I expected the rounds to look like on this map. Then we have only 1 KO, but still this is now more difficult to survive than the last rounds. Yeah, hello. Link is out. With a 0.09. Now we are talking. It took a while until we finally got rounds like this. Oh, Birdie. No win for Birdie. Unless there is a miracle happening. Link. I'm gonna lose it. We just went out with a 0.0 and now of course directly in the start a big crash. TNT TM is still a bit of a surprise here. No, TNT, what are you doing? Why now? This is so typical.
I guess he went for the cut, TNT, and failed it.
I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Was he really on the line that he could come from the cut?
I mean, he was quite slow in that part, so maybe he had a bad... Yeah, or he just did the same mistake.
Yeah, now it's official. Now down will win. He got that lucky round that you need.
I think Spam will win.
I bet 10 coppers on downwind. Or planets.
I don't know if
Let's-
I can bet coppers.
Yeah,
because
planets.
I don't know
I bet 10 planets.
Planets?
Mm.
Okay, I bet 10 planets on a Spam win. Don't tell me I have to install or download Mania Planet just to send you some planets.
Are you not driving the Lagoon Cups anymore? Ah.
I think I missed them, yeah.
Ah. So. Rhetorik. What if he wins?
Well, nothing happens then, I guess. Spam.
Ja, schade.
Ja,
Das-
ja, Rhetorik, yeah, I hope he wins.
I hope so as well, actually. Like, I rather want to see a Rhetorik win than gaining 10 planets. He has some very, very tight moments, Rhetorik. So far he survived. This one small nose slide gives him a lead even.
Oof.
Yay!
Yeah, good job.
GG!
GG. Shengar, what's your Mania Planet login? I give you 20 planets.
Na, probably Hanswurst _TM2.
Oh, I logged in the first time since 686 days, so I get 1,100 planets. That's good, so I can pay Shengar. Bustinho, okay. Let's see if I can find a player like that. How can I even send planets? How does this work?
Yeah. Did I actually ever do that in Team 2? I'm not sure. Did it always in United? Also usually you write a message and also you text him and then you can send also something. Oh,
But
Schenker's
that
coming
need
for
to
the
be
trophies.
friends, I guess.
Alright, guys, I will show you now my success in a campaign. For the first time I won a campaign competition. There was prize money for the top 3. Like something like 20, 14 and $8 or something like that. And this is now the story how I actually won a campaign. I went into this and I saw Molle had almost all world records and Winch had almost all second places. The only difference was Loso, who has 1 world record on a tech map. And then this guy here was far behind on third. And I was like, okay, the competition ended yesterday in the middle of the day. And I had basically 2 evenings where I could play these maps, Thursday evening and Wednesday evening. And on Wednesday evening I thought, okay, I definitely can get a third place, let's just go through the 8 maps quickly, no? So I played map 1, map 2, but I stopped when I had 6th or 8th local. I stopped already, I just wanted to see all the maps. But towards the end I got a bit stuck and drove maps longer. That started on this map, where I got a world record. On map 5, and it continued then especially on the last 2 maps. And those records here, I drove then on Wednesday and Molle didn't attack those 2, so I kept world record. This here is a perfect Granadi map. Granadi would love this map. It is the F1 track of Austin, Texas, driven with the snow car and reactor boost, strong reactor boost actually. In reverse. Yeah, if you look, this is the track. You might notice this Austin layout, but we don't drive the original way, we drive reverse with snow car reactor. And at this point here, once the reactor is actually, you lose the reactor here for a moment. And this is of course also nice for me, so I actually went for this world record. And yeah, let's put the top 3 in. Actually, Molle has a better start. I have to tell you, the times were secret. That's a very important information. When you were hunting these tracks, you didn't know what the other drivers had. It was unknown to you. But at some point I overtook Molle, got first place, and then I continued and improved the run, especially this zigzag section here, the SS, where you also lose the reactor for a moment, is mega important. And then here also clean exit, no sliding, and I got a world record. And that was of course already helpful, because how a campaign works with points is we get 40,000 points if you have a world record. So that was a good thing to have. And Molle didn't attack this. Probably Molle thought, do I know what time Mario says? Maybe that's too difficult to get. And the other one that he also decided to not play is the LOL map. The LOL map. A map where if you just go straight, you can actually get the purple booster here. Also, you have the right timing for that. And then you have water pulse here, you have a strong reactor, a weak reactor, or red boost. And then you have multiple gates here that are often in the way, and it's very unclear where do you actually want to get into. You have a checkpoint further above, checkpoints further down, and then you have one wood turn here, a bit bigger, like many block mixed. Here is a small uphill for the start, and then there is a risky finish to the right, where you can backslide into. So, and I couldn't stop driving this map because I wanted to get my line working once. The problem is, also I go for the purple booster, you see it here, purple, and for this. The problem is that when you touch a bit of water here somewhere, then you get wet wheels, and with wet wheels you have no air control. If the car, I have to steer to the right to get towards the middle, but when the car is starting to turn, it doesn't stop turning because you have wet wheels. Naja, I managed here to get a very straight line, but this is much more difficult than it looks like. I got this only like 5 times in maybe an hour or something that I got a good start. And then the thing is that I am way too fast for this wood turn. You get actually 2 wheels. So I have to smooth steer here a little bit and release so that I exit it far inside and get into the bug slide. I had 5 to 10 minutes before I got this round finally an even faster run that crashed to the left on this ledge there. I was so fast that I was still high enough on the left side, and I was like, no way. And I had no idea what the other said. I came from 5th place. You see how close these records are. I was behind Winched with a 0.8 or something, and I was really surprised. I'm only 5th. And yeah, then I got this run. Interestingly, Molle is doing it differently. He actually does a different line here. As I said, times are secret. I had no idea what the others have and how they drove it. He went there, And he got an incredible inside line. He caught up so much there. I don't know how he managed to get such a lot of speed out of this bug slide. But yeah, worked out for him. And if we also check out the Melzy and maybe the other... Oops. And maybe the other two behind. Yeah, it looks like most people go like this. He's super outside, like what the heck. But Winch was doing something else. He goes for the V-Cup reactor. Oh my god, but what did he get? He got like nose up. He just has a great ending, also wow. Yeah, so the other world record got stolen from Molle again, this one. And then came the Thursday evening, and my idea was I want to beat Winched. So I had 2 world records, which helps in order to beat Winched. So the idea was, okay, I have to go and try to, yeah, just get clean results on the other maps. So I started with map 1, and I got another world record. I was only 8th place here, and I was very surprised by how far behind I am. With a clean run, but maybe this is just a typical first map. So I thought, hey, I'm having such a bad place, there must be a cut. The funny thing is, the others, they didn't drive a very fast cut. But because I had a bad position, I started looking for it, and one thing that I found is this here, that you can jump over there instead of going around. And but another thing that I figured out is we do here a big hairpin to get this checkpoint, and then we go here. What if I just go here direct and I take this checkpoint later? And this is what I'm doing. Instead of going here to the right and then here to the left and taking these red boosts into the finish, I'm just going directly from this checkpoint down to this one. The problem is I have no red boosts and I have to go over this penalty and through the water to the finish, which is mega slow. But it turned out to be faster, and I beat 2nd place Molle by 1.4 seconds actually. Molle did basically... He actually didn't do this cut, but what he did is this cut here. And he lands kind of straight. I decided to land in a bug slide. And yeah, here you see I'm already at the finish basically, and he comes now. So let's check my run now. This is the world record. Clean landing. It was, however, my worst start of all of them. Also really not a great start, but the ending is way more important. Because any little bit of extra speed that you keep through the cut, through the penalty, will gain in the end massively. So also this was really a bad run until here. But now, landing here smoothly and on the platform so that I go far to the right, no sliding to the left, then on purpose of course a wobbly landing, and all this extra speed to basically water bounce into the finish and not float down before it. And that was a really sick ending. And with that I got another world record, and then it was clear that I can beat Winched. The thing is, now I had 3 world records, map 7, map 8 and map 1, and I knew that I can maybe get the world record back from Molle on map 5. So if I have 4 world records, I can beat Molle. So I started actually grinding, and then I got world record also on the 2nd map, and I came also here from 6th place. I only wanted to beat Winched, but then I overtook Winched, Bits and Molle all in one go. But Molle took it back and I didn't attack it again. So if you check out these 2 replays now, I was just... yeah, it's a sausage tech map. I decided here I don't attack Molle again, I go rather for these other weird maps. I have actually a better start than him. But here comes a very weird transition, which I think I got it pretty decent. But he has actually a bit more exit speed and here's a freewheel section. Now comes a drift. where he was way more confident with that you keep grip there, and he extended his lead in the sector. It's all about also keeping grip nicely. And then we have a risky finish with this flip. Yeah, it's the correct decision that I didn't try to hunt down this record again, because it's actually a bit further away. The thing is, you never knew by how much you got beaten. I focused on other maps, and you saw me driving this map here in stream, and I can tell you, even though I had a bad position, I managed to find the correct way, but it was surprising how much the others cooked on this track, how much I actually had to hunt it. What I can tell you is that what we do here is also a cut. Funnily, so many maps had cuts and the times were secret. On the first map, only I found a cut, but here everyone found it already. On the start, you have this roadway, and it leads to this checkpoint, and then you go all the way back over this wooden bridge and some jumps back to here to the second checkpoint. The cut idea is you take the second checkpoint directly at the start, and the first checkpoint you take on the way from this checkpoint to this checkpoint, because you're basically next to it. It saves many seconds, and that I also looked for it only because I had such a bad position, but really had to nail a good run here. Also 2 different ways of how we do that. I do neo slide, lots of speed. I don't know how he kept so much speed through the fence. I don't think that he had such good starts very often, because I tried to slide, it was very inconsistent. Then this cut here is mega important to get this turnaround as good as possible, so that you have good angle for this penalty. This hairpin was super annoying, then early down so that you get a bit of the downhill. And here you have to skip as much penalty as you want, and here you need to release so that you land on this downhill. And here I skipped also some penalty. This is his mistake in his lap, because he's actually equal already, but you see he goes over more penalty. He goes the direct way but longer penalty. I go further outside, and this pays off. You see the exit speed that I get, and then inside finish. And yeah, it took me long. This was the last record that I've beaten from him, and I'm so happy that I got that. I had a 0.05 before, and I lost that world record. That was the one world record that he stole on Thursday evening itself. Like, while I was hunting, he was hunting as well then, and stole me this world record, and he must have only stolen it by a few thousands, but the thing is, I didn't know. I was already very happy with my 0.05, so yeah, but it was great. I decided to hunt it again, and it worked out. And now, this map here, with an interesting intro, and this map is the tech map where Loso had record, and here I will just show you guys the top 3, because there is not much to say. This is a Loso world record, and I knew Loso on tech map, maybe he has something really sick. Molle is behind him, so the 40,000 points are anyway gone. It isn't important to beat Molle here. I'm only losing 6,666 points on him and not 20,000 when like it would be on the other maps where we fight for first and second. This long left turn here is very weird to drive. Oh, Molle is actually far in front. Loso went very outside with more exit speed, but actually had an overall bad line, but he gets Molle in the ending with this sick last drift. Holy shit. Yeah, but that was important for me. Molle didn't have this record, and that was of course great. And I was fine with that 3rd place. I didn't hunt it further. Just wanted to beat Winched, you know. Alright, and then we come to this map. And before I show you this map, I of course will go for the Dreckmädel. Oh, yeah, I perfectly opened it. Ah, we have a problem. It's one of those Frenchies. Yeah, there are many that are having this age. 22 is a standard. Tycho Kaku. Kaku. Close. Oh Gott. Ah, it's not 7. Artis Lufok. Lufok. Dude. Lycon Alpha. Mann. Omega Sika. Script Team Rex, I don't know. Energize is also a good idea. Ai. I didn't type him anyone, .everyone because it needs to fit with the ASEAN. Needs to fit with the prize money. ASEAN, wow, yeah, that's a very difficult one. Alright, so now we continue. I'm going to a cup very soon. I show you now still the last world record. So this one, I decided I try to get back from Molle, and I did it with this one, and this has also a cut. This is the crazy thing, like we have another cut right here, where you go here over this penalty onto this dirt road, and then we also cut this one platform drift to go directly here, and it's actually equal between us, but I have a much better turn here, and that turn alone gained 2/10. I also realized how important it is. I can show the map from above shortly, but do we cut? Naja, there is a big sector here, big long dirt turn, and you just cut this direct. It's a bit awful because you start with no steer. There is a no steer effect directly here at the start, so you cannot turn the car before you hit the reset right here. So you cannot really go nicely to the left before. There was also the idea to turn around and go the direct way here and jump with this hill. But yeah, then I figured out, oh wait, there is a hidden path here where you can actually get onto the dirt road as well. And with that low speed, even with high speed, but especially with that low speed, it was much better to go direct here instead of taking this turn. Yeah, and I also got this record and back. This is how I knew, okay, now I have 4 records safe. Even 5, as I got the world record on a previous map that I showed. And then I also had this map here, and this map kind of decided a little bit if I try to beat Molle overall when I hunted this. When I hunted this, I only wanted to beat Winched. I only wanted to get a better position, and I had then a sub 38, and I was like, oh, how the heck did I not beat Winched yet? But I knew I can get 1 or 2 more 10s, and so I hunted further, and still I was still in 3rd. And obviously, when I beat Winched, I also beat Molle, because now we know they are extremely close together here. And then I finally got it in the end. I couldn't stop playing this map, I played it way too long. But when I then overtook both of them and even got a first place here, it was clear to me that I am absolutely going for the full campaign win. It's a very weird start. Then the line here was unclear, but it seemed to be far left is the best, even though you go over penalty, but you don't have the airtime. And then you have a zigzag here. Very important exit speed out of the previous drift, and then this weird last turn out of the roof hit. That was the difficult section that I fucked up very often. Moller got it very good, apparently. He overtook Winch there. Or let's say Winch got it suboptimal. But yeah, okay. And this is how it ended. And I got world record on 6 of 8 tracks. And so many cuts actually. And they were secret, these records. Very cool. Naja, and so I won actually a campaign for once.